Welcome to GasEd. Today, we will be discussing how autonomous AI agents are getting dramatically more capable and the role of an agent operating system in running them. We're talking about taking all those isolated, kind of disconnected AI tools you're probably already using and transforming them into a unified 24/7 digital workforce. A workforce that can literally solve complex operational problems, execute tasks, and streamline your entire business, even while you're asleep.
So here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with the disconnected AI problem. Then we'll introduce the Agentic OS. From there, we'll build your AI pantheon, create some long-term memory for it, and finally wrap up with real-world business skills. Basically, we're going from the friction of modern AI all the way to deploying agents that actively hunt for new revenue.
All right, Section 1, the disconnected AI problem.
Let's dive right into a massive friction point that we all face but rarely talk about. Right now, there's a huge divide. You've got this heavy-lifting AI on your desktop for deep coding, extensive writing, or financial analysis, but then you've got this totally separate, quick-access AI on your phone for those on-the-go thoughts. And the problem? They exist in completely different universes. There's no handshake between them whatsoever.
And because these systems don't talk to each other, context gets completely lost. You know how it goes. You map out this incredible, game-changing idea on your morning walk using your phone. But when you sit down at your desk, you have to manually retype and re-explain the whole shebang from scratch to your desktop agent. It creates these massive bottlenecks, totally wrecks your operational efficiency, and just wastes so much of your valuable time.
That brings us to Section 2, enter the Agentic OS.
This is the ultimate solution, guys. The Agentic OS acts as a visual intelligence layer. It pulls all of your isolated tools, your different models, and those separate conversations into one single unified view. It essentially creates a single source of truth for your business. Suddenly, your desktop intelligence and your mobile intelligence are seamlessly synced up. They act as one shared brain. Think of it as your own personal global command center. It tracks your usage and spend across all your models so you aren't paying for redundant tools. It unifies your API connections and data into one highly secure hub and instantly syncs your chat logs across every device. Actually, it goes even further. It analyzes your daily workflows to suggest process optimizations overnight based entirely on what it observed you doing that day. How cool is that?
Moving right along to Section 3, building the AI pantheon.
So, instead of relying on one generic one-size-fits-all bot to handle everything, think of the Pantheon as your curated staff of domain experts. I mean, you wouldn't hire a theoretical physicist to mop your floors, right? In that exact same way, you want to assign specific, highly specialized AI engines to the exact right job.
You can build out distinct personas for different operations. You might have the researcher for scouring the web, the automator for running background tasks and data entry, and the philosopher for deep strategic reasoning. This is absolutely crucial for cost and resource efficiency. You can route your high-volume, basic research to a fast, free model while automatically sending complex reasoning tasks to your heaviest, most advanced paid models.
And adding a new expert to your team, it's remarkably straightforward. You just define their role and system prompt, assign the right underlying AI model, and sync them to your global OS dashboard. Once they're in your Pantheon, they operate as a unified team, seamlessly passing tasks back and forth based on their predefined expertise.
All right, Section 4, creating long-term memory. For this staff to be truly effective, they need context. We achieve this by creating what's called a soul file, or soul.md. Think of this as your company's DNA, or the ultimate employee onboarding manual. It acts as a permanent, central repository where the AI stores all the key context about your operations, your personal preferences, and the overall structure of your business. And we can take this memory even further. Beyond just basic user profile data and chat history, we can bridge this OS directly to external knowledge vaults, like the note-taking out Obsidian, for example. By doing this, your AI gains instantaneous searchable access to your entire personal and professional knowledge base. So, it can instantly reference your private company SOPs or past client meeting notes when answering a specific question. It's a real game changer.
But the true power of this long-term memory is proactive intelligence, or what some call overnight dreaming. You can actually schedule a task for this system to wake up while you're fast asleep, review your day's chats, analyze your computer usage patterns, and output a tailored, highly specific optimization brief that's just sitting there waiting in your inbox at 8 a.m. every morning.
Finally, Section 5, real-world business skills.
This is where we move from theory into actual revenue.
So we now have a unified, smart, highly memorable digital workforce. But how do we leverage it to actually generate leads, book meetings, and tangibly grow a business? Well, we have to give it real-world skills.
We do that by plugging in robust tools like the Apollo API, which is essentially the gold standard for B2B contact data. Your agent suddenly gains access to massive databases and buyer intent signals. Imagine this. You're out on a walk, you open your phone, and you tell your agent to autonomously scrape high-margin B2B leads. Let's say roofing companies in Austin, Texas. You don't even have to monitor it. The agent cross-references intent signals and builds the list completely independently while you're miles away from your desk.
Using workflow automation connectors, the operating system seamlessly moves from one task right to the next. The agent scrapes those targeted leads, checks your personal calendar for available meeting times, and independently drafts highly personalized outreach emails tailored to the exact pain points of those specific businesses. But hold on a second. Before you let it run wild, there's a critical rule you must absolutely follow. It's called the principle of least access. You give your AI permission to draft emails in your inbox and read your calendar to find empty slots, but you strictly restrict its ability to hit the send button. Draft, don't send. This protects your brand reputation, prevents costly mistakes, and ensures you maintain total executive control over your automated workforce.
Now, naturally, scaling this level of a digital workforce is going to involve external API limits and platform costs. Utilizing robust enterprise lead scraping tiers can run up to about $119 a month. But let's put that into perspective. Compare $119 to the $60,000 plus base salary of a human sales development representative. For a small business owner, the return on investment is absolutely staggering.
By bridging your models, giving them specialized roles, granting them deep memory, and arming them with real-world business APIs, you aren't just using an AI tool anymore. You are deploying a 24/7 AI employee. So the question to ask yourself is, what could your business achieve if your smartest worker never had to sleep? That's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.